But a lot of people claim that the Android ecosystem have a lot more features than the Apple ecosystem. But you probably seem to have a lot more passionate Apple users than Android users. So superior product or not, quite subjective when it comes to product market fit. The next statement I have here is product market fit is only relevant for consumer facing B2C businesses. This is such a myth. You may hear a lot of B2C businesses talk about product market fit because, yeah, maybe they define their audience very clearly that way. But product market fit is just as crucial for B2B businesses like Salesforce or like HubSpot and Slack as much as it is for B2C businesses. So it's not only about B2B or B2C. Every business or every product out there needs to have product market fit and it's relevant for them. Now, how they achieve product market fit or how they assess product market fit may be different, but it has to be relevant for any business type. Okay, if your customers are satisfied, it automatically means you've achieved product market fit. I think this might be a little bit of a myth because while customer satisfaction is important, customer satisfaction alone does not equate product market fit. Again, remember the criteria I mentioned earlier about solving a problem, having a demand, and also the scalability aspect of it. Because if you are not solving the problem in a way that is scalable enough, your product cannot serve the market. It can probably serve only a couple of customers within that market, and they may be satisfied. So customer satisfaction, while important, is not the only factor to consider when you're thinking about product market fit. And that's why you need to adopt the right mechanism for measuring product market fit. For example, if you do an NPS survey and your NPS survey claims you have a lot of promoters within your product. However, your referral rate is very low or the customer lifetime value is really low. Then it's like, why do you say you refer our product or are promoting our product when our customer lifetime value is low? So it's not just about satisfaction with your product, it has to show in some other metrics as well. Once you've achieved PMF, you prioritize product features based solely on what customers ask. I don't agree with this. Customer input is very valuable and it's important to get feedback from your customers around what they need, what will work for them. But that should not be the only factor that goes into what you decide. Just because you've achieved product market fit does not mean that you cannot be innovative and creative in areas or problems that your users have not even anticipated that they are going to need. So you should not just aim to achieve product market fit and just build based off of customer feedback. That's not the only source of your input. You need to consider the market, you need to consider technology trends, you need to be able to anticipate problems of that market and not just take feedback from them based on the version of the product that you have today. Okay. The next statement I have here says analyzing churn rates does not have much to do with understanding your product market fit. Churned customers are not your ideal customers. There's no way that that is true. High churn rates could often indicate that things are not going well with your product and the market, or that the market is not satisfied with your product. And that's why it's good to always keep an eye on all the metrics, your customer acquisition, your customer retention, your customer churn, because all these metrics by themselves have a strong indicator of product market fit. Like, our customers liking this product? If they are liking the product, then why are they churning? Maybe you had product market fit at some point and the needs and the dynamics of the market has changed and your product needs to adapt to that as well. So analyzing churn or looking at your churn rate is a very significant part of understanding product market fit. In many organizations, I find that either high churn rate or low customer acquisition is usually the indicator for them to think about, wait, do we have product market fit? Because if we have product market fit, why are they churning? Or if we have product market fit, why are we struggling to acquire customers? So it's a very key signal to understand whether you have product market fit or not. Next statement I have here is focusing on a niche market can help achieve product market fit more. I believe this is the first reality or true statement I've come across, which is very interesting. I hope all the information out there about product market fit is not just myth. I agree that focusing on a niche market basically refers to a specific defined market segment that is different from just a broader people of age 15, that kind of thing. It has very unique preferences, unique characteristics. It is very, very clear. So, for example, think about a market of people that want eco-friendly product for their pets, or a market of people that want vegan hair care product. That's very specific because it's not just anybody that has hair. It's not anybody that wants hair care product. They want vegan hair care products. Do you understand? So a niche market is very, very specific in terms of their preferences. Sometimes, in many cases, you find their preferences are considered luxury preferences in many cases that the average person may not necessarily care about. So, focusing on a niche market, because those people have gotten to a point where their needs are very specific, and if you can cater to those needs, then it fulfills something for them, either emotional, societal kind of value that they get. So for example, focusing on broad markets, it doesn't help with achieving product market fit. So even if you have a very niche market, you can have product market fit in that niche market and don't fit with the rest of the market, and that's also okay. So it helps if you understand your market very clearly, define the preferences and the characteristics of your market, and if you have a product that fits that market, you can almost be guaranteed that that specific market is going to buy your product or will have a demand for your product. The last statement I have here is, once you've reached product market fit, you can sit back and watch the growth come in. This is absolutely not. Sustaining growth requires ongoing effort and strategy and nurturing your users. And again, like I mentioned earlier, anticipating the demands that they will have that they've not even come across, or the pain points that they will have, or adjacent problems that you can solve for them. So you can decide that you have reached product market fit and everything that you have to do now is to lean back and watch the growth come. No, you're still required to continuously ensure that you fit that market as closely as you possibly can. And you need to make sure that your partnerships and everything that you do to provide an holistic product experience for your users continue to resonate with them. Okay, now, so those are a number of statements that I've found across the internet about product market fit and my explanation about why they're a myth or a reality. I hope this gives you more clarity into the concept of product market fit. And if you enjoyed this video, share with your product manager friends, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.